David Chen stared at the message on his tablet for the fifth time, convinced his friends were pulling an elaborate prank. The dating app notification claimed he'd been matched with Commander Mino Vex Thara of the Zapirian Defense Corps, and that she wanted to meet him for dinner, along with her 6 daughters. "Very funny, guys," he muttered, but curiosity got the better of him. The restaurant address was real enough, and the profile photos showed a striking woman with violet skin and silver hair in an elaborate military uniform. The special effects were impressive, he had to admit. That evening, David arrived at the upscale restaurant expecting to find his friends hiding with cameras. Instead, he found himself face-to-face with nearly 7 feet of actual alien warrior, her 6 daughters ranging from what appeared to be teenagers to young adults, all sharing their mother's distinctive purple hue and piercing golden eyes. "You must be David," Commander Mino said, her voice carrying a melodic accent. "I apologize for the unconventional arrangement. In Zapirian culture, potential mates must be approved by all offspring." David's brain short-circuited. This wasn't a joke. This was actually happening. Wow. You're really..." He gestured helplessly. "Alien?" "Yes." Mino's lips curved in what might have been amusement. "I understand this is unusual for humans. We've been stationed on Earth for 3 months as part of the Galactic Council's cultural exchange program. Your species is fascinating." The daughters exchanged glances and whispered in their musical language. The eldest, who introduced herself as Kira, leaned forward. "Mother has been studying human courtship rituals. She finds your species' approach to pair bonding remarkably complex." "Complex?" David managed to find his voice as they were seated at an enormous round table. "Most species in the galaxy mate based purely on genetic compatibility and resource availability," explained another daughter, Zara. "Humans consider emotional connection, shared interests, humor, and dozens of other intangible factors. It's inefficient but intriguing." As the evening progressed, David found himself genuinely enjoying the conversation. Mina was brilliant, having served in conflicts across 3 star systems. Her daughters were equally impressive, scientists, artists, and warriors in their own right. But what struck him most was how they spoke about humanity. "Your species is remarkable," Mino said, cutting into what the waiter had assured them was the restaurant's finest synthetic protein. "In our military assessments, humans consistently perform above statistical expectations." "We're not the strongest or fastest," David protested. "We can't even breathe in half the environments out there without equipment." Kira shook her head. "Strength and speed aren't everything. Humans adapt. When the Vortak Collective invaded the Andromedan colonies, they expected easy victory. The colonists were outgunned 50-1. But humans don't surrender," added another daughter, Nyx. "You improvise. You find solutions in impossible situations. The colonists turned agricultural equipment into weapons, used mining tunnels as ambush points, and held out until reinforcements arrived. No other species would have lasted 3 days. Humans held for 6 months." David felt a strange pride he'd never experienced before. He'd always thought of humanity as small and insignificant in the vast cosmos. "There's something else," Mino said, her golden eyes studying him intently. "Humans form bonds across species lines. Most galactic races barely tolerate others. You actively seek to understand, to connect, to help. When the plague struck Kepler 442b, human medical teams volunteered knowing they might never return home. 17 species now owe their existence to human intervention." The youngest daughter, barely into her teens by Zapirian standards, piped up, "And you're funny. Human humor is bizarre, but infectious. Our entire battalion now makes dad jokes. Command is horrified." David laughed, surprising himself. The sound seemed to delight the whole family. As dessert arrived, apparently chocolate was becoming popular throughout the galaxy thanks to human traders. Mino grew more serious. "David, I must be honest. This isn't merely cultural curiosity. The Galactic Council is concerned about human expansion. Your species has grown from a single planet to 47 colony worlds in less than 2 centuries. Some factions view this as threatening. Are we in danger? David asked, though he somehow already knew the answer. My mission was intelligence gathering, Mino admitted, to assess whether humans pose a threat to galactic stability, but after months of observation, she paused, glancing at her daughters, who all nodded encouragingly. I believe humans aren't a threat to galactic peace. You are galactic peace. Your capacity for empathy, adaptation, and cooperation could unite the galaxy in ways the Council's treaties never could. The table fell silent. David felt the weight of representing his entire species. So, he said finally, how did I do on the assessment? Mino's stern expression cracked into a genuine smile. You listened to 7 aliens explain why your species is remarkable, didn't run away screaming, and made my daughters laugh. I'd say you passed. Kira raised her glass of alien wine. To humanity, the galaxy's most unlikely peacemakers. To humanity, the others echoed. David raised his water glass, still processing everything. To new friends across the stars. As they walked outside after dinner, Mino placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. Would you be interested in a second date? I promise fewer daughters next time. David grinned. Commander, I'd be honored. But I have one condition. Name it. Next time I'm picking the restaurant. You haven't lived until you've tried pizza. The sound of 7 aliens laughing under Earth's stars was, David thought, the most beautiful music he'd ever heard. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their tenacity. It was their ability to find family anywhere in the universe. And sometimes, that family had 6 daughters and violet skin,